Now let's see what the Holy Quran says about the sky. The first verse you have will be Al-Hijr 15. It's 87th verse. وَلَقَدْ آتَيْنَاكَ سَبْعًا مِنَ الْمَثَانِي وَالْقُرْآنَ الْعَظِيمِ. Now this verse says, indeed we to you, referring to the human, the messenger, the prophet. That is who Allah the Almighty is addressing. That we gave you 7, the number 7. We gave you 7, the number 7. And repeated, meaning it was repeated over and over again. And gave the great Quran. The great teaching was given, and this number 7. Now you see, it only says the number 7. 7 was given. You were given 7 in the great Quran. So now let's see what this 7 is. This number 7, which is in the Holy Quran. First, let me explain to you that the Quran is, I'm speaking mathematically, meaning it is such that the Quran is balanced in many ways. With numbers. There's the number 19. Then if world appears a certain number of times, then hereafter will appear the same number of times. If hypocrite or disbeliever appears, so does thankfulness. If paradise is mentioned, so is hell. And with those Arabic words, they create a balance. The Quran is very balanced with numbers. Anyway, I wanted to say that this number 7 is also mentioned in the Quran. So we will look at this 7, and I'm telling you that this number 7 appeared 7 times for the 7 skies. Should I repeat? The number 7 appeared 7 times for the 7 skies. When the Quran mentions the 7 skies in the entire Quran, it appears 7 times. 7 times. So one thing we learned is this number 7 that Allah is talking about in the Holy Quran, 7 and repeated. So the 7 numbers, the number 7, it came with the 7 skies, it came with the 7 skies. You understood what I said, right? Okay, now look, I'm giving a reference to a verse. You can note it down. Al-Kahf 18:22. In it, there is a mention of the companions of the cave. It says there were 7 of them, and the 8th was their dog. So the number 7 appeared again. We are talking about the number where this 7 appears in the Quran. So 7 were the companions of the cave, and the 8th was their dog. So this number 7 appeared again. So now if you count the verses, that's 2 verses where the number 7 has appeared. That's 2 verses where the number 7 has appeared, okay? Then Al-Baqarah 2:261. Those who give charity in the way of Allah, its increase is like a grain with 7 ears, and in each ear 100 grains. I'm not reading the entire verse, just to show that in the 3rd verse, the number 7 appeared again with 7 ears of corn. With 7 ears of corn, the number 7 has appeared again. This is the 3rd verse. This was the 3rd verse, remember that. Al-Haqqah 69:7. Allah inflicted upon them a punishment of 7 nights and 8 days. Then 7 appeared again. This is the 4th verse. Here I want to make a small point that for 7 nights and 8 days, a punishment was inflicted upon them. Now tell me, who travels abroad the most? We go sometimes, not a lot. Yes, you. I'm asking you. You, yes. Very good. Let's say there's such a person. So if I make a booking for 7 days, if I say I'll book for a week, then there will be 7 nights and it will be the 8th day. Do you get it? So the Quran, see how Allah Ta'ala has clarified that 7. Now if I say I need to book for a week, sir, they will have you for 7 nights, and on the 8th day, they'll ask you to leave. So here too it is written, the punishment that came was for 7 nights and the 8th day, and 8. So this isn't just randomly given, 7 and 8. It's a proper calculation, because a person who travels knows that 7 days and the 8th, that was the day of punishment. So you spend 7 nights in a hotel somewhere. This is what I wanted to explain. Okay, which verse was this? The 4th verse in which the number 7 appeared. Then Surah Al-Hijr, the 15th Surah Al-Hijr, and the 44th verse. Here Allah Ta'ala is telling us there are 7 gates of hell. We are not discussing hell, meaning the 7 gates of hell. Which verse was this? The 5th. Now comes Al-Baqarah 2:196. In this, it is said that those who go for Hajj and there for the sacrifice, if they cannot find a goat or anything similar, then they will fast for 3 days there and 7 fasts after returning to their own country or their own region. So this number 7 has appeared again. We are only discussing the number 7. And the verse, what is written in the verse, we are not discussing. We are just seeing that the number 7 has appeared again. So how many 7s are there now? 6. 6. And in Fatiha, are there not 7 chapters, verses? Tell me that. What I had to tell you was that in 6 places, the digit 7 has appeared. The 7th one is what mainstream Muslims have made of Surah Fatiha, that it is recited in every prayer. It is also repeated. So that's how it becomes 7. Do you understand? On that basis, we have this 7. Because we can't just say that's the only 7. The Quran is talking about the number 7. So we can say it's Surah Fatiha because every surah has different numbers and different calculations. But Surah Fatiha is the only surah repeated in every prayer. So it's commonly understood that these 7 verses also represent the number 7. That's how they become 7. Did you get it? Now what happened is, these are clearly written in the Holy Quran, the number 7 and 7. Now in the world, what has been inculcated from the number 7? In it, we circle the Kaaba 7 times. Now it's not written there to make 7 rounds. But Allah Almighty has made it a sunnah of Allah to make 7 rounds there, which completes 1 tawaf. That's how it is understood. Do you understand? So we make 7 rounds of the Kaaba, that is also 7. Between Safa and Marwa, we also perform 7 sa'i, that is also 7. And during the ritual of Hajj at the Jamarat, we throw 7 pebbles at each pillar, that is also 7. This thing that happens, the rainbow, have you seen the rainbow that appears? That also has 7. There are also 7 days in a week. And the phases of the moon, they are also 7. And this music, it also has 7 notes. They are called 7 tones. And in the Hindu religion, there is something called an aura. A person has an aura. So with that, it's called an aura, A-U-R-A, aura. That also has 7. And from that first aura, you go up and down 7 levels. And when you reach the 7th, you will achieve nirvana. You have gone and merged with the essence of God, this religion. That also has 7. That's what I'm trying to say. Then we have 7 cervical vertebrae in mammals, these bones in the back, in humans, in giraffes, in whales, in gorillas. That is also 7. Now, a person can keep searching the world for what else is 7. We have told you, in the Quran, verses have appeared 7 times, 6 of which are verses that define the number 7. So what was the ultimate result? 7 heavens appeared 7 times in the Quran. That's one thing. In 6 verses, the number 7 is a digit. The digit 7 appears. The 7th is Surah Fatiha because Surah Fatiha is recited in every prayer. And it is in the form of a prayer, so it has 7 verses in it. Within it, the Bismillah is the first verse. In other chapters, that verse is written at the top. So in Surah Fatiha, the Bismillah is the first verse. From that point of view, there are 7 verses in Surah Fatiha.